Hello, bearded bee people. Sorry for the wind noise. I have a better microphone with a wind cat on the way. It should show up today. Today I am blasting my hives with Oxalic and feeding some syrup communally. I'm gonna get right to it because I think it's going to rain. So I'm gonna try to get this done before that starts. Alright, so I don't know where that video cut off. Everything's difficult when you have a bunch of colonies in one yard. Blasting 100 hives in a row with all of them sitting on the ground, yeah, that hurts. That hurts my back. And then in the last quarter of it, I had 2 hives just randomly get super angry back there, so I had to run off and get a bee jacket, and I've got a couple stings in the back of my head. Nothing I'm concerned about, but it's definitely not how I expected or wanted it to go. But either way, we killed some mites, and that was the goal. All these boxes are done with the first round of Oxalic. I'm gonna do 4 probably rounds before I start splitting, and then in June everything will get formic and we'll be on a regular schedule in that regard. But now I have to grab feeders, or not feeders, but buckets for the feeders. So I will do that, and I will be right back. All right, so firstly, let me say, this feeder idea is not mine. It's Ian Stepler's. I mean, I believe he came up with it first. I don't know. It's really simple. Who knows who did it first? Either way, they are just Rubbermaid containers. I have bigger ones in the Lower Peninsula that I like a lot better, but these were the ones that we had with us up here. And yeah, they're just Rubbermaid containers with some windows cut out on the sides, with some bees getting some water on top. I need to be able to move that rock. All right, bees. Okay, but as you see, it's just straw filled about 1/3 of the way. That prevents any bees from drowning. All right, so that is pretty much it as far as what I'm doing today. As I said in the video the other day, I'm sort of in a weird artificial like purgatory. in the sense that I am certain a lot of these colonies have drone brood, and probably some of those doubles are getting ready to swarm. But the nights are still in the 30s, and next week we have a stretch of days with highs in the mid 40s. So it's still undoubtedly too cold for me to be moving brood frames around. But these colonies are not aware of that because they spent the majority of the winter and the early portion of the spring in the lower peninsula in a much warmer climate. So yeah, I might have some 45-degree swarms coming out of this yard here in a little while, which I am probably unable to prevent. Hopefully they wait a little while longer so that I can get in there and do that to my advantage. But I would not be surprised if over the course of the next week or 10 days I saw a swarm hanging off of something out here and just saw it freezing its butt off, or their butts off, because it's going to be cold next week, like I said. But yeah, killing mites, feeding bees. A little bit of a pro tip as far as those buckets are concerned. That's how I store them after I'm done pouring syrup out. I'll bring them over by the colonies and tip them on their sides and pull the lids off so that the bees can get in there and clean out those buckets, and so that it's not a pool of syrup in the bottom of those buckets. I really do not want to get stung on the head again. All right. So yeah, it prevents the syrup from pooling in the bottom of the buckets, which prevents that from becoming fermented nastiness. And it allows for the bees to just clean it up so that you don't have any sticky, moldy grossness next time you need to use the buckets. So yeah, I'm probably going to uncover a few more of these boxes, tip them on their sides so that they can continue cleaning that stack out. But other than that, that's what I'm done, or that's what I'm doing today. So I am done as far as bees are concerned. Ugh. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna get inside. Get out there and have some fun with your bees!